Yeah, this is Point Black, coming in hard and off the card, coming with the flow, straight to the barrio, and coming with that heat to the motherfucking street. This is PBNN, Point Black, National News, the late edition, and the ghetto edition as well. But we must stay on their neck. Now we see they have ramped up the Amarian virus, as we see, excuse me. Yeah, we have seen where they have ramped up the Omicron, virus in the game and pushing it as if, you know, it's a big thing where they got to go back to locking down everyone, masking everyone, and now we're back right where we started from in the game. Now we still see a push on kids, children, and the CDC is considering expanding the boosters to younger kids, as we see, saying, you know what I'm saying a jump of 900%, you know, since the last since last summer, with a quarter of all cases, as we see it, quarter of all cases, you know what I mean? A quarter of all cases in the U.S. have, or in the U.S. has and is, no, let's take that back. A quarter of all cases in the U.S. But the question is, how is the big question? You know what I'm saying? We should be used to any type of virus that comes in right now. Why would it be so specific that this particular virus would take us right back into the same game? You see? Because they are using this to keep control over the people based on a virus every time we turn around. So now we have the Delta, now we have the Omicron, and next thing gonna be something else. Once people omitted and went in and did what Cuomo did to them, and all the governors across the planet, and all these Luciferian people all across our planet, imposed this, the people were locked in and forced into by mandates and by the overreach of all government, including communism, you know what I'm saying, and socialism and so on. They all was involved. It doesn't matter what the government stance is, they all participated in this elaborate scheme. So let's be 100 here, you know what I'm saying? But the question is how. We ask because how is there, how is there an uptick from last summer? Last summer, that would be completely a year ago. Now, completely in a year ago, now we are stuck in the same thing again, and it did not decrease; it mutate. So we see the game that they're playing. So now instead of going away, now they're bringing it back through mutations. So they claim of what is given to the people based on their method and treatment of venting. So we know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Since last summer, by now, a year, you know, it's been a year, but it's going up. That is impossible scientifically. It's completely impossible scientifically, you know what I'm saying, of nature. So we know there is no nature involved. This is why we have the NIH garbage going on. This was to give legitimacy to the game and what they did to the people, and what the scheme and trickery and all the garbage underneath the table that they have done. So now they're exposing the fact that it was a gain of function type vibe by Anthony Fauci, the weasel, you know what I'm saying, doing garbage. You know? So now we're faced with this garbage, as we see, but it's not of nature. So we know Walensky is not promoting facts. You know what I'm saying? She's not promoting any facts. somewhere here. You know what I'm saying? But in the coming, months, she has pushed in expansion. She has pushed a expanding. She has pushed and is expanding, I should say, on venting on kids. You know what I'm saying? But official work. You know what I'm saying? But official work to expansion for treatment venting eligibility. Some Americans still refuse, to get their treatment, the shot, as we see. And you know what I mean. Now they're saying, now they're saying there's a third, or there is, now they're saying, now they're saying 2/3, I should say, of parents, 2/3 of the parents of saying elementary schools, saying ages, it's school, I guess I say elementary school ages children are either holding off or not getting the shot altogether. You know what I'm saying? We have to look at it that way when we look at it. Young kids treated, young kids that are treated, not treated, and they're telling them to get treated, or not treated, as we see. Young kids treated shots, they're holding off from getting the shot. You know what I mean? For younger kids, to get the treated shot. That's what they're saying, I guess. Or just refusing to do so will again, just posting is not science. You see? Just posting is not science. When we look at it, it is not science. Just posting is not science. Let's get this straight. But it is, an interference as to a solution. You see, while they busy posting all these saying Monica Lewinsky and all these people and doing this and that, that is not science. When you really look at all that posting and all the garbage they're saying about what rise here and rise there, that is hearsay and is propaganda on their part to force people into believing something that is not true based on their ideology, as you see. So we must come to grip with this ideology. They are not helping. Where's the solution? It's a complete interference. As to the solution, and in a matter of parents-child choice. Let's get that straight. It's a matter of parent-child choice, and we must acknowledge that. It is not for the government to tell the people what to do. You see what I'm saying? And this is what they want to do. So they are ramping up all these different things based on that. But it's a matter of parent-child choice. You know what I'm saying? Not the CDC nor the government. And they have the right to say no. What seems to be Monica Lewinsky's problem, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Is they have a right to say no. Lewinsky, what Monica Lewinsky should be working on, if you ask me, she should be working on leaving our government, leaving our medical field, and leaving anything to do with some CDC. She should be leaving because no one elected her. You, Monica Lewinsky, nobody elected you. You was only appointed. So we need to get to the real science. You know what I'm saying? We need to get to the real science. You know what I'm saying? We need to get to the real science. You and Anthony Fauci have got to go because your science is completely garbage. And I don't understand why Fauci would even say that he is science. That did not make any fucking sense at all. You know what I'm saying? He is not science. He is garbage and a liar. You know what I'm saying? Because you, Monica Lewinsky, and from Party Louise, you are not science. You know what I'm saying? You know? You have got to go. You have lied to force using Biden, you know what I'm saying, the lug nut to do so. You know what I mean? Even speaking about the Omicron new virus that's out, whatever they call it, is still your bullshit that caused that. So how is you blaming the people and masking them and putting them under mandates at a constant rate? What the is up with the mandates and where did that come in? When you are talking about curing someone, you are full of shit and you're garbage because you have put this under the people at an alarming rate of speed in order to get this garbage in them. So you're not fooling anyone. You see, you are rushed to get it into people under many different Lionel, circumstance. You know what I'm saying? You have been lying. Crazy. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you call this new thing, it is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? If you ask me. There's reason, their reason, you know what I'm saying, is wrong. You know what I'm saying? When you look at it, if you ask me, their reasons are wrong in all ways. What you have done, because in all reasons, in all ways, you need to go. But what you have done, you know what I'm saying, under the Biden administration, you know what I'm saying, many have died and now infected. Let's get that straight. You are no more than a plant, if you ask me. You're no more than a plant in our government, and you should be completely removed. You are no more than a plant, and you know it. Now, a plant, and you know it. Let's get that straight. None of your facts make any kind of medical sense. None. Let's get that straight. Now, we skip to another story and we're moving on because we know that this whole thing is a garbage shit and everybody have a choice to make. Based on the 10th Amendment, you know what I'm saying, we don't have to make any choices that is not vulnerable to our physical makeup as people in a state. Now, switching subject, we got Hillary Clinton predicts a dire consequence if Trump, I guess, reruns in 2024. You know what I'm saying? This is what she said. It'll be dire consequence if Trump makes a rerun in 2024. No, Hillary, the dire consequence is that you was running for office at all. And what do she mean, I should say, dire consequence if Donald J. Trump makes a run for 2024? Don't make sense. What does she mean by dire consequence? You know what I'm saying? Stop with the lying bullshit, Hillary, and go turn yourself in. Don't think we don't know what's in. You know what I'm saying? What's in and what's in the under airport. You know which ones. Don't act as if we don't know what's in and under those airports. I'm trying to say. And you know which ones. As you back up, as your backup plan. Let's get that straight. And the consequence, Hillary, is the consequences that Hillary is afraid of when we look at it. What she's really afraid of, you know what I'm saying, is the sound of jail bars. You know what I'm saying, for her crimes. And believe me, her crimes are major. Just like Ronald Reagan, same thing. but everybody hold him in great regard. Ronald Reagan was a tyrant and a demon Democrat that crossed party lines and used the Republican Party to do garbage and then put the blame land solely on the Republicans. You know what I'm saying? And you have a lot of them that cross party lines just like Ronald Reagan and did a bunch of garbage. So he ain't saying nothing but some bullshit, just like Monica Lewinsky and Hillary and the rest of them. She's her blood sucking self. You know what I'm saying? But Hillary is afraid of the sound of jail bars. So let's get that straight. You know what I'm saying? For her and many others. And what and what proved that is COVID-19. You know what I'm saying? COVID-19. That's what proved that. How scared she is. So you know what I'm saying? Rather, you know what I'm saying, COVID-19, rather than go down, you trap billions into taking, you know what I'm saying, through venting. You see. So now they have something in them that we don't know as a contingency plan that if Trump runs again, they will activate whatever in these people as we see. They did it through venting and forcing the people into believing into a pandemic that they had chumped up based all over the world and their connections to all foreign leaders and leaders right here in America, right on Long Island as well, because Long Island ain't no more than a demon Democrat run island. You know what I'm saying? You did it through venting and force it on. You know what I'm saying? By your pandemic. You know what I'm saying? By your pandemic tricks. So, what is the consequence? We're asking Hillary, what is the consequence that you are running from? And why only Trump will bring about this consequence is the question for Hillary that we must ask over there being a chancellor of sucking blood in a college. You know what I'm saying? Don't come in our face with that garbage. You are garbage, Hillary. You are filthy and nasty. You probably really don't smell good. You know what I'm saying? But what is the consequence if Donald J. Trump runs for office again? That you are so talking about coming from NBC, so we see she is getting scared. She is getting scared as we see. I wonder what her fear is, because we see Biden. We see Biden is about. We actually see Biden on his game, and we see Biden is about on his 10th, let's say that, he's on his 10th, he's on his 10th time in this office. They can come in